Tachycardia, pulmonary edema, likely suspects.
The death row guy? That's who you're working on instead of Cindy.
God, I have got to learn not to beat around the bush. By dying, I meant no matter what we do. Very, very soon she is going to be dead. That's still too subtle?
I took an oath to do no harm.
Yeah, well, it's not like they make you sign it or anything.
We cure your patient. He goes back to death row. He goes back to death row. They kill him.
He stays here and we don't treat him, he dies. And I still don't treat Cindy Lou Who.
Can we get on with this?
Yeah, anyone could count on your help, your homie.
Exactly. I'm black. I sympathize with guys who grew up in the inner city kept down by the man.
Makes sense to me.
It's a bunch of crap. You can't blame society for the fact that you chose to become a killer. The guy's probably a heroin addict. Explains the tachycardia, which caused the pulmonary edema.
How does an inmate on death row get his hands on heroin?
Are you serious?
Man knows prisons. When we got a yachting question, we'll come to you. Okay, drugs it is. Test his hair, blood, urine, works.
Thanks for getting my back. I thought you seminary boys were against the death penalty.
I left the seminary.
Over their stance on capital punishment?
I'm against the death penalty in principle. In practice, however, watching a murderer die causes me a lot less grief than annoying my boss.
We gotta check you out before you go in.
Department of Justice statistics show that it's a racially motivated form of punishment. Black defendants are 10 times more likely to get a death sentence than whites.
Doesn't mean we need to get rid of the death penalty. It just means we need to kill more white people. Oh, it's okay. You're in a hospital. We're taking care of you.
Just stay calm. You're gonna be pushing on that man.
Whoa!
Hold on. Everybody.
Water. You drank some blood from your femoral artery.
From my what?
Runs through your groin.
You think you're gonna stick me in the jewels with that?
It's really close to your thigh. Technically, at this point, it seems like your jewels are more for display purposes anyway.
Hold up. Give me some painkillers or something.
A tough guy like you don't need them.
And forget that, numb me up, man. You got some gang ink? Let me see that.
It's a Native American symbol. It means the force of life.
That's what you tell all these white dudes so they let you play doctor.
Yep. Got them all fooled.
For real, how a brother like you go from gangbanging to wearing that white coat?
How's a brother like you go from loving a woman to punching her skull in?
Bitch stepped out.
Ah! Sorry about that. Guess I didn't use enough lidocaine. Blood gas came back with a pH of 7.28 and decreased HCO3.
Which means two things. Most importantly, Cameron was wrong about the bicarb. And less significantly, we have a new symptom. Anion gap acidosis. Who's chubby? Come on, pretend he loves puppies. Pretend he's a human being. What do you got?
I think we should reconsider drugs.
You already tested negative.
That's why I said reconsider. Back in juvie, cut up oregano and sold it as pot.
Is that how you put yourself through med school?
What if Clarence thought he was taking heroin, but it was something else?
What something else could lead to anion gap acidosis?
Mud pies.
Well, you don't have to ask. Just wash your hands before you come back.
Methanol, uremia, diabetes.
Oh, it's a mnemonic. That makes sense, too.
Foraldehyde, INH, lactic acid.
Rewind.
INH?
Yahtzee.
Drugs for tuberculosis.
Nearly a quarter of the prison population is infected with TB.
Clever entrepreneur like Foreman here chops up his meds, passes it off as heroin.
INH poisoning would explain all the symptoms.
Who wants to head over to the prison and find Clarence's secret stash?
Fine, I'll do it.
Great. Chase it is.
I assume you have a reason beyond wanting to make me completely miserable?
You got a prettier mouth. Better chance the inmates will open up to you.
Let's go. going on?
You're dying. Man deserves the last drink.
You're okay.
Thanks. That means a lot. I thought you convicts knew how to drink. You're at least 3 shots behind. Now you're 4 shots behind.
You better get me the next one or I'm gonna kill you.
House. I was just waiting for test results. I
A
was
little busy right now, getting my drink on.
unbelievable.
That's the finest piece I've seen in 10 years.
I could have hit that.
And you didn't. And you're the one that should be locked up.
Tell me something. I've been trying to figure this out. Why does a guy who's on death row suddenly try to off himself? I know you drank that copier fluid. It's not as visually dramatic as slitting your wrists with a homemade shiv, but it'll do the trick.
It just hit me all of a sudden. It was like they tell me when to eat, when to sleep, when to walk, when to talk, everything. I had to take control of something, right? When to die. I figured that was as good as anything.
And that thought just came to you, just like that.
Man, I told you. 23 hours of...
Well, look, here's the good news. The copier fluid you drank contains about 90% methanol, which is very poisonous, and you took more than enough to kill yourself. The bad news is the alcohol you just drank contains so much ethanol that it's going to bind with that nasty formic acid rampaging through your body. And you're just going to pee it out harmlessly.
Man, you got drunk.
Yes, I am. I also saved your life. At least for now.